Welcome, and thank you for tuning in to the K2 Blackpearl Core Learning Module. This training course is designed to give you the fundamental knowledge required to work with the core components, functionality, and usage of the K2 Blackpearl platform. We have built this course to be the foundation for all specialized competencies offered by K2. It should be completed before branching into a more specialized competency. Plan on spending somewhere around 20 hours to work through this course. This estimate does exclude breaks, and it also depends on the additional exercises you decide to undertake. The K2 Blackpearl Core training course is intended for those who need to work with the K2 platform, including K2 application builders and developers, system administrators and support staff, K2 reporting users, solution architects, citizen developers, SharePoint site owners, administrators, and infrastructure specialists. After completing the K2 Blackpearl Core training content, participants may move on to other learning courses based on the intended use of the K2 platform. This course is styled as a 100-level course, and participants do not need any K2 knowledge or experience prior to starting this course. It is recommended that participants have some basic familiarity with application building terms like forms, buttons, web pages, and data concepts, as well as use of a web browser. The content and lab exercises throughout this course are based on K2 Blackpearl and SmartForms product versions 4.7 and later. However, later versions may have features and functionality not covered in this learning module. This course includes several exercises where you will build K2 applications and work with K2 in a live K2 environment. We do provide an online web-based guide at k2.com/training/bp1. We also have separate PDF versions of the course handbook that walk through the slide decks and the exercise guides at the links shown here on my screen. This course is divided into 5 modules. The course named 100.abz Introduction to K2 is a high-level introduction to K2, and it covers the following. We explain how and why K2 is used by enterprises. We will run through an overview of the K2 platform components and products. We provide an explanation of the core elements of K2 applications, that being data, forms, workflows, and reports. We also describe the tools involved with building, deploying, using, reporting, and administering applications in K2. Now, the course named 100.bhx, Introduction to K2 Applications with K2 Designer, is a training module that explains how to build K2 applications in terms of data, forms, and workflows. In this module, we will use K2 Designer to build an application with data using smart objects, forms, which will consist of smart forms, and a workflow. This module will cover the following concepts. We will be using K2 Designer to build simple applications here. We will learn how data, forms, and workflows are used to build a K2 application. We will learn about integrating with external systems using smart objects. We will also learn about integrating workflows with these external systems. This all ties together by learning how smart objects work in forms and workflows. We will also learn about workflow concepts in K2 called escalations, task slots, and workflow patterns. Although this module focuses on the web-based K2 Designer, which may or may not be used by all organizations, we will be explaining some fundamental concepts about the elements that make up an application, and the knowledge gained in this module will set the scene for other learning modules that delve further into workflow and smart objects. Moving on, 100.cwl Reporting in K2 is a training module that explains how to use the available standard and custom reporting in K2 to report on workflows. We will cover the following concepts in this course. We will look at the standard reports that are available in K2 and where you can find and run those reports. We will be using the K2 ViewFlow report to look at workflow status in a more graphical fashion. We will learn about creating custom reports in K2 Workspace and with K2 SmartForms. We will also learn about creating custom reports with other third-party reporting tools like Microsoft Excel, for example. The 100.D&D Basic K2 Administration training module is focused on common day-to-day administration tasks in K2. This module will cover the available interfaces used to administer a K2 environment, You will also learn about how to package and deploy K2 applications from one environment to another. You will learn about the typical workflow administration tasks in K2, like managing workflows and work lists. We will also touch on other common administrative tasks like managing service instances and permissions throughout the environment. Finally, the training module named 100.edi, Building Workflows and Smart Objects with K2 Studio, is focused on using K2 Studio to build more advanced workflows and more advanced smart objects. This module assumes that you have some basic knowledge of K2, such as having completed the 100.abz course, Introduction to K2, as well as 100.bhx, Introduction to K2 Applications with K2 Designer. We will cover the following topics in this course. We will be working with K2 Studio to build basic workflows. We will also learn how to implement advanced workflow concepts like conditional outcomes, parallel paths, loops, and escalations. We will take a deeper look at smart object architecture and authentication within that realm. You will learn about building smart objects that integrate with other systems and build composite smart objects that combine data from different systems. We will also further touch on some recommended design patterns and practices when building your K2 applications. Keep in mind, many of the design concepts and user interfaces described in this particular learning module apply equally to K2 for Visual Studio. Some of the advanced workflow and smart object concepts also apply to the browser-based K2 Designer. Ultimately, the overall goal for this series of tutorials is for you to walk away with knowledge relating to how and why the K2 platform is used. You will know more about the core components of K2 Blackpearl and how they are used to implement business applications that handle anything from simple leave requests to more complex accounting and finance-related systems. You will learn how to build K2 applications with smart objects, smart forms, and workflows using K2 Designer. This will give you a better understanding of what smart objects are, how to create them within K2 tooling, and how to use them in workflows and user interfaces. At the end of the course, you will also know more about reporting on workflow applications with standard out-of-box reporting, as well as custom reporting. You will understand where to go to administer your K2 environment, and you will know what it takes to build more advanced workflow applications that integrate with other systems. When you're ready, feel free to move on and begin with course 100.abz, Introduction to K2.